Guys, welcome to the live stream. Oh my god, I had to breathe out. I was trying to stream with this other app. God, guys, you need to give me time to learn that app because whew, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, finally, at least now I'm live streaming. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Yet another day. Oh my god, today I said that we are gonna be able to have you guys on the screen. Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe I need to watch more videos or whatever. But let me know how you're doing. So today is not that day where where I'll get to see you guys' faces, but one of the fine days. Yeah. Yeah, but I almost got it right. Before maybe the end of this live stream. I could try and see what we can do about that. But welcome to the live stream, guys. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, yes, yes. You're having a blast. Mm. Wow. That's good. Okay. Is it Kyle? Is it Kaylee? Kaylee Hudson. Hi, Kaylee. Good to see you. Is that how you pronounce your name, or how do you pronounce your name? How are you guys doing, and how was your day? How is your day going? Uh, Thank you so much for being here yet another day. Oh, Kaylee. Ooh, you have a beautiful name. I don't think I've ever met anybody with I think I've had on television Kaylee, but in real life, nah. Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys, keep telling me where you watching me from. You're literally just getting started here. Um, and so sorry because today I had said that we are going to be able to have you guys on the screen like yes, but unfortunately I got almost everything right, but I think I made one mistake. So hopefully I have to leave now, but I will subscribe. Okay, no problem, no problem. Really much appreciate. Uh, keep letting me know where you guys are watching me from. Let me know how your day is going. How is your Monday? Is that Arabic 2024? Hi, good to see you. I am from India. Ooh, India. Okay. India in the building. Jacob Kadzo. Mm. Jacob comments L. Okay, guys, keep liking the live stream and subscribing. Where are you from? Kenya. I am from Kenya. Your language? English. Swahili. Sam Choduri. Oh, Sam Choduri. Hi. Hi, good to see you. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Keep saying hi. Let me know how you guys are doing. You look beautiful. Thank you. You from Kenya? What do you do, dear? What do you do? What does that mean? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. So we usually stream here every other day with different things that we usually do here on the channel. Today was one of those days that I was supposed to have you guys on the channel as guests, but I think that pretty much have failed. Um, okay, don't you worry, guys. When you're getting started, I have to like do a little things here and there. Okay. Uh-huh. Nur Mohammadi Nyazi. Hi. Hi. Okay, like done for you. Bye. Okay. Bye, Sam. Ah, God, I'm hungry. You look very beautiful, but I especially love your hairstyle. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know where you are watching me from. Okay, we're just getting started, and as you all know, God, I kind of feel disappointed because I was going to like have you guys on the screen as guests today, but that kind of like have failed. I'm understanding, but see, maybe by tomorrow I'll have understood that because the last thing I want is to have like um okay. Wow, my laptop is like dusty and stuff. My name is Talka. Okay. When you join in, let me know how you're doing. God, honestly, I was just feeling motivated and stuff, and then I'm just for some reason feel tired. Just started streaming, and then I'm just tired. How does that work out? Oh, and then we are sitting in the darkness. Mm. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. When you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. Like the live stream and subscribe. Let us interact. Let us interact here. Okay, maybe this is comfortable. I don't know. Okay, I'm making myself a cup of tea. But let me type a question on the screen. Tell me, is it possible to see you across countries? What does that mean? Black diamond. Black diamond? Oh, you're calling me black diamond? I just feel like that's weird. Black. I think black diamond is funny. Okay, I'm about to type a question, guys. Keep saying hi so that we can get started. You are a black diamond to me. Okay. 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 You know what? That maybe is a compliment on your side, but I don't think it is. That does not excite me in the least bit. Like black diamond. Honestly. Ah, I think compliments on the color of my skin do not work, do they? Okay, let me type the question. India time is 1:13 a.m. Kenya time is 10:42 p.m. Okay, you know what? Okay, I think I'm officially here. Let me type the question. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, guys, like the live stream and subscribe. My good name is Wamboy. Okay, there's a question there. Would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if of the opposite sex if nah, I was gonna write if. Okay, let me retype. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Like the live stream so that we can get started, my good friends. Would you make friends? Okay, would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? So that's the question. That's the question. Would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? Okay, so that's the question that we're dealing with right now. Let me know how you're doing, guys. Make sure you're liking the live stream so that we can get started. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. God, we're just getting started. I don't know. I'm kind of like thrown off for some reason. So my name is Wamboy. I was born and raised in Kenya. So when you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing? Yes. So I'm having some Kenyan tea here. And we have a question on the screen. Would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? Sadia Wahid says so beautiful. Thank you so much. Michael Kilipamwambu says hi. Kilipamwambu, hi. Are you from Tanzania? That's your name sounds good. Okay, please guys kindly like the live stream. Like the live stream. We cannot stop. Like the live stream, my good people. Where are you from? I am from Kenya. I am from Kenya. Guys, so that we can get started, like the live stream. Okay, you know what? Maybe do not like the live stream or whatever. I am from Kenya. Where are you from? Let me know what's the time where you are at. I don't know. Today I was just going to do a completely different type of live stream. But you know what? Here we are. So we gotta adjust with how the day is going. Let me know the best part of the day today. How is your Monday going? The best part of the day today. Pakistan. You're watching me all the way from Pakistan. Wow. Okay, Pakistan. Pakistan is in Asia. Welcome. What is the time in Pakistan? Guys, like the live stream, like the live stream. Da, 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 da. Welcome to the live stream, guys. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me know the best part of your day today. Eldad. Hello, good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, you said Womboy. Yes, me. Yes, Womboy is here. Like, let me tell you guys, today the live stream is confused. I started streaming with another app and then I just didn't know how to keep streaming, so we had to end the live stream. But here we are. Like the live stream, guys. We're not going to get started on this live stream if you don't like the live stream. I don't know why. You guys are enjoying the live stream. Okay, you're not enjoying because you're just getting started, but you won't like the live stream. A lift has a capacity of 18 adults and 30 children. How many children can board the lift with 12 adults? A6, B15, C12, D10. Answer B. I don't know. Joseph Edward, hi. Hi. Elda says, you've been home all day. Yeah, I have been home all day. Today we didn't have electricity, that's why I didn't stream at 3 p.m. Like, okay, and that's not a good enough excuse for me not to stream, but I was just feeling like, you know, when you don't have electricity, it just feels like you can't do anything. Okay. Hi, is the stream today? Hi, Lynn Hendricks. Hi, is the stream today? I like your shirt today. Honestly, the stream was supposed to be today by, you know what, for some reason. So you want to join on the screen. For some reason, I was just struggling to. Okay, the thing, I don't know why it set itself for whatever, like, it was just weird. It was just weird. But if you really want to, like, do you really want to, like, come on the screen? Because I can maybe end this live and then start another one where with that app. I tried. I first of all, I started streaming with the app, but I couldn't see myself and the live stream was not playing. That was the problem that we were having. So, but if you guys want to come on the screen so bad, we can make that happen maybe. Or maybe we can stream here 1 hour and then I end the live stream and maybe try to figure out that other app. Okay. So let me know the best part of your day today. What is the best part of the day today? And also there's another question. Would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? Georges, hi, good to see you, Georges. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, that sounds good, I think. Okay, so you want to stay and then when after we hit 1 hour on this live stream, I end the live stream and then I start streaming using the other app and see if I can have you guys on the screen. That would be nice to literally actually say hi to you guys in real time. But see, when you're trying to learn like a new app or something, okay, it can be annoying. What about you talking about? Okay, what about am I talking about? The table. Would you make friends with the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? Like if sex was never a possibility, would you still make friends with people? Would you want to be friends with people if sex was completely off the table? How late is this stream if you gotta do it? Okay, it depends with how bad you guys want it, because maybe I can end this live stream and maybe try and see if I can not so late. I would prefer doing this one for 1 hour and then trying to use the other, because honestly it's almost the same thing, but there's something that I need to figure out. Sharing the link and also the camera thing. Yeah. So if it's, I think it would be 1 hour from now or something. Okay. I also want to see you guys on the screen, to be really honest. Most of you guys have, I think, have formed a connection with you guys, but I never get to see your faces. That would be really nice. Okay, would I make friends with, okay, would you make friends? I think this is a question mostly for the guys, because for the women, that's exactly why we make friends. Like, sex is never on the table. So just you're asking, what table are you talking about? That I don't know how to explain that. Rookie says, I lost my account. Oh, how are you doing, Rookie? Which account? I am so sorry for that. Which account? Face. Face. Oh, you would want to. Oh, you would want me to see your face? Okay, we will do that. We will do that. You just have to hold on a little bit. Okay. George says there's no good friends with the opposite sex. The lady too is not a dude. I need to flirt. Okay, but you know you cannot flirt with your friends. Otherwise, the thing is, if you want to have good friends of the opposite sex, make sure it's never sexual. For me, I have to make sure that I have to make sure that I'm not attracted, especially to my male friends, because the last thing you want is to destroy your friendship like that. You did seen it from the live stream. You saw me. Yeah, I saw you. But it would be nice to hear how you talk like. Would it not be nice? Rookie says, verify wicked person. I deleted Gmail on one of my devices and the account go out. Wow, that's risky. Hopefully, did you have like a YouTube channel on the Google account? I think that's risky, very risky. Okay, keep telling me how you're doing. Let me know the best part of your day. George said that he has to flirt with his friends. Then I am guessing you don't have good friends of the opposite sex. Did you block that person from yesterday? No, I did not. These days I just don't block everybody. Yeah, I did not block them. And actually, what did they say? Because I even forgot that. Mata Maya says, where are you? In Kenya. Yes, there is. The name of the account is Verify Wicked Pass. Oh, you always show up with that account. Oh, okay. I am so sorry for that. He was weird. I know. Okay. I only have female flirting with me. Okay. Not female. I have very good male friends from personally. But honestly, we would never play those games with each other. Really, like, no, we are not interested. No, thank you. We are not interested in each other. Like, we are not each other's types. And also my friends like are married, they are in relationships. So I think not having the sexual chemistry does not make somebody not to be my friend. Yeah, so for me actually to have a male friend, I do not need to be attracted to them, or like I don't want to be attracted to them in any way. I want to be attracted by their personality and who they are. But I don't want to be attracted. If I am attracted, then I don't know if that is genuine friendship really. Okay, can you imagine your friends? Let's say you're even friends with somebody's husband. You're saying, oh, it's just friendship, but you know you're attracted to them. That can really be weird. Okay, let me know the best part of your day today. Rookie says, I'm so devastated about that account. I lost all my friends online. I can't enter their live stream again. Okay, you can search. You can maybe, how did you join mine? You know, something that you can do is like you can try and remember. You can try and remember their names. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't it feel so bad, especially when you lose your online friends? I can't. Oh, you cannot remember their names. Ooh. How did you find me? Although I think you've ever joined with this account. Wow. Hopefully you'll be able to recover it. Hmm. They are many. Okay, you can't remember everybody. Okay, okay. I keep telling me, guys. Mata Maia. I already said Kenya. YouTube recommended live stream. Oh wow. So that's okay. That's how you found me. Wow. Okay. Okay. I am lucky to have you because I think you've been one of my very first people in here. Okay. Today what I wanted to do today is to have you guys on the screen. But this thing, like this, the other app that I'm using to try and stream, is really weird. So I think at some point we're going to switch to that, and we'll see how that goes. So hopefully you guys will join in because I think it would be a nice one to have you guys on the screen. It would really be nice. Where in Kenya? You know what? God, I don't like being rude to you guys, but it's like, okay, you asked me like 5 times, where are you from? I'm saying Kenya, 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 Kenya. And then now you want to know where in Kenya. Did I say something weird because I thought I wrote a comment? No, I read your comment. You didn't hear me. You wrote, there's no good friends with the opposite sex. The lady is not a dude. I need to flirt. That's what you wrote. Oh, I only have female flirting with me. Oh, okay. So that's the comment that I didn't read. So you do not flirt with females. They flirt with you. Okay, okay, okay. I think I read that, but I did not insist, or like I did not put much. Yeah, I only have female flirting with me. So you do not flirt with females. Uh. Thomas, all the way from Germany, says, good evening. Oh my God, it's been a minute before I saw you here. Good evening, dear one. With the best part of the day, the sunshine. Ooh, okay. I hope the heat wave is gone. At least you guys are not burning. Okay, how are you doing? Mimo says, Darren, how you been? I know you missed me because I have. What's the topic of the day? How are you doing? Okay, first of all, I think we are just getting started here. I think what I wanted to do today is to have you guys on the screen, like to have, I will still do that. So after we click 1 hour on this live stream, I might end the live stream and then I start again with another app where like I can have you guys on the screen, although still here on YouTube. But I just had to click this in. Okay, so we have 2 questions. Best part of the day. What's the best part of your day today? And we have another question. Would you make friends would you make friends with someone of the opposite sex if sex was completely off the table? Rookie says, about the question, for me, yes, I have many female friends. Okay, so and you don't have to be attracted. You know, somebody was telling me this is how this question came up. Actually, not somebody. My fiance was telling me that he cannot be friends with a female. He cannot just make friends with females. Like he have to be attracted to them. And I'm like, no. But I think I was saying that because I have male friends and I'm not attracted to them whatsoever in any type of way. uh what app are you talking about? Streamlab. Okay, no, I'm going to use Streamlab to stream here on YouTube. So what we will do is, like, people who are in, I will send the link on the chat, and any okay, not anyone, like if you have something to say you can join in. It can be just saying hi or something. So that I tried to stream with it before I started the live stream, but I think I didn't do a good job. So yeah, but I think I have to try. We literally have to try it, and I think most of, especially yesterday, people were so excited. People want me to see you guys on the screen, so that will be a nice one. Okay, next question. Oh, my good friend Eve Stewart, how are you doing? Call to order. Okay, welcome to the live stream. How is your day going? Um, what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? Okay, let me repeat that question. George says the best part of the day is getting home without anyone saying hello. I hate saying hi to people on the street. Oh my god, you're literally, let me tell you. I don't know why. For example, like I just do not like wearing dresses going outside. And this is literally weird and creepy because, okay, of course, you want to wear a dress and feel nice and stuff like that. But I don't like wearing dresses. You know why? Because people notice you, okay? I like wearing baggy clothes when I'm going outside because honestly, I do not like saying hi. Okay, I like saying hi, but I just don't like the whole attention, especially as a lady. The whole, excuse me, madam, sister, sister, and you know, if you've been to Kenya, you know the whole how it goes. So yeah, I think I can relate to you. Getting home without anyone saying hi. Clock it, I'm with you on that one. Eve says sunny today. Oh, sunny. Yeah, also, okay, also it was also sunny out here. I think it would have been like, let's say 70 something degrees Fahrenheit because it was almost like 26 degrees. I actually cleaned some clothes. I hand cleaned some of my clothes and they dried within 1 hour or two. So yeah, it was sunny. Okay. Oh, but you're talking about your day. What is the temperatures where you're at? What's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? Weirdest family tradition. Let me think. I think there's a lot of weird family tradition that I grew up with. Um, what is the weirdest one? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, I'm going to tell you one of the culture shocks that I've experienced here in Kenya, not in another country. Here in Kenya, when it comes to different tribes having different traditions. So this time I went to a place where it's a completely different group of people who live there. In my place, when people pass away or like when we have burials, we just do them within a week. Okay. So my friend and I, we were staying in this new place, and then they had like a funeral thing going on or a burial thing going on. Okay, I was really surprised to see the amount of food that these people were cooking, and then they were cooking every type of thing that exists. Like they were over there cooking meat and stuff like that. In my community, we do not do stuff like that. Like we do not celebrate life. You know, okay, we do celebrate life, but we do not celebrate death like that, or like we do not. And also we do like, if I was to die today, like by next week Wednesday, I would be buried. But in that community, they were doing it like they keep the body for 2 months, and then they have this whole huge celebration. I don't know why that came up. Okay, it's because of this question. So I think I think that was one of the culture shocks that I ever experienced in Kenya with some of the communities. What's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? There's a lot of them, but I think dowry is one of the weirdest one for me. But I think this is a personal thing. Okay, I think this is a personal thing. would it be better if tribes had their own countries? Wow. You know what? Let me pin. Okay, I was gonna pin the question, but let me write that question on the screen. Yeah. Okay, if you're from Kenya or you're from African countries and your countries you have tribes, let me know your opinion on, would it have been better if tribes had their own country? I think so. That's my opinion. If you've ever been to Kenya or like to any African country and you've seen how we are so different when it comes to like tribes, let me know if you think it would have been better. Would it have been better if tribes had their own countries? Because I honestly think, yeah, I think it would have been better. Yeah, I think it would have been better because first of all, we are so different. Okay, we are the same people but so different. Some of the tribes, the things that they do is like, no. Okay, for example, there's this video somebody shared with me, I think yesterday or the other day. It was a Maasai man saying that like if he comes home and he finds a spear outside his house, so he just automatically knows that somebody is inside the house sleeping with his wife, and he has no problem with that because they are allowed to share wives. Okay, they can share wife. So you just come and put an arrow outside the house, and then when the husband or the man of the house, when he comes home, he knows there's somebody who is in there sleeping with his wife, and it's allowed. Oh my god, I cannot imagine existing that. And I respect other people's traditions and cultures, but in my community we do not do that. We do not do that. Instead of being forced together by boundaries enforced by colonialism. Yeah, because okay, I can see how the unity helps because it would be much better if Africa was to unite. But I can see that we are literally different people. I think we are just forced to we are forced to entertain each other because what are we gonna do, and we live in the same place? Yeah, but we are so much different. George says, for me, I hate 5 a.m. because that's when the sun is rising. I feel like hiding the sun, but I can't reach it. Okay, I think I'm also allergic to the sun, to be really honest. I am usually very weak when I am under the sun, but that's just me. Mimofa says delusional. What do you mean it would be better if tribes would get their own country? Okay, if ask the question, would it have been better if tribes had their own countries? Okay, if you're from Kenya, don't you think that we are literally so much? We are literally almost so different, and we have different traditions. For example, the whole thing that I was describing, where like you come outside my door, I'm the man of the house. Okay, of course I am not. I am the man of the house. You come and put a spear out there, and then you're just inside cracking my wife, and I'm just supposed to respect that because we are in the same age group and we can do that. No. Also, like, I don't understand like the women in the community who are being looked like that as an object. Like, how do you survive that? So I feel like, no disrespect or like delusional, it's not being delusional, but I feel like maybe it would have been better because people are so much different. Okay, give your opinion. Mimo first says, okay, what is your take on interracial marriages? Do you support interracial marriages? Yeah, I do support interracial marriages. Like, I feel like it's like any other marriage. What do you guys think? Interracial marriages. Yeah. Oh, okay. For me, I have an opinion. As far as it's not like you're saying, okay, I do not, if I am not here saying, okay, I do not date black people. If I am sitting here saying, oh, I do not date black people while I'm black, that's a little bit weird or like a red flag. But it's like I date everybody and like I just happen to be in an interracial relationship, then I don't see any problem. Do you? And I know there are people who literally have a problem with it. I just personally do not. Okay, I just personally do not have a problem with interracial relationships, but I have a problem with like sitting here and saying, okay, I am black, I do not like, and then I say I do not date black people or do not like black people. It just sounds like self-hate. Okay, but that's just my opinion. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, but I think if each tribe in African countries had their own country, then we would end up having like 2,000 countries. Okay, like 2,000 countries because we have so many tribes. I think it's almost impossible, but yeah. Uh, and then also now, if that was to happen, tribalism will be a thing of the past. If that was to happen, and we were going to become each group of people is their own country, then tribalism would end right there. That would never happen again, because unless you go to another person's country, and can you go to another person's country and disregard their culture? Mimo first, if you support interracial marriages, why would you entertain the idea tribes having their own country? Even in the Wakanda, in the Black Panther movie, they lived in one country. Okay. And see, okay, this is a question that somebody asked. Do I think it would be better? Okay, and first of all, I adore the fact that we are literally one country with different tribes. So we are literally not the same. We are literally not the same. So I adore that fact, okay? But don't you think it would be better if like you're living in a space where there's no tribalism? You know what I'm saying? Okay, first of all, like personally, I appreciate other people's cultures, because in my whole life I have lived with almost every tribe. Okay, tribalism will definitely increase. All place people would be limited in interaction or in caveats. There are people who are still limited like that because they never travel anywhere. Okay, for me, I can say that I have almost interacted with all the tribes in Kenya. My roommates in university, one of them was from the coastal region, and it's a totally different tribe. And then the other one was from another tribe in the Western Kenya, another one. And I think I've been all over the place. Even where I stay right now, they do not speak my language completely. Okay, so people would be limited in interactions, but see, you can always travel to the other country to experience them. Okay, so I don't know, but I am just okay. It's not that like just I just sat here and thought about that. It's a question and I just answered. Okay, so what do you think would be the best thing? To stay as a country with different tribes? What would be the best thing? Stay as a country with different tribes? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. And in any case, if Africa was to unite, do you think it would be? I think that would be overwhelming. Can you imagine all those tribes, like 2,000 tribes becoming one country? That would be overwhelming. Mimo says, if us interacting with each country wise is already a problem, what makes or validates the idea of having tribes having their own country? Okay. The thing is like at the end of the day, we would stop seeing other people, other tribes as a threat. For example, if you are Kenyan, do you just sit here and say, "Oh my God, those Zulu or Khoisan, they are affecting you"? You don't feel like that. You do not feel like that. If anything, you're curious to learn about their culture because you don't feel like they are a threat. So that's just my opinion. I just feel that's just my opinion. You would not feel like they are your threat. And if you're not feeling like you're being threatened, then you would feel like, if you're not feeling like you're being threatened, then you would feel free to interact, okay? Like, do we ever sit down and we are like, okay, this tribe in whatever place is a threat? No, unless we are using the same resources and we are competing for the same resources. That's what creates tribalism, in my opinion. I kind of feel cold. Africa has already tried to unite more than once. It died down just as it began. If we, though, will be a threat in the current global system to the rulers of the world. Yeah, the thing is, there's no secret about that. If Africa was to unite, that would be the most, like, Africa would become very powerful. Like, that would become the most powerful. You know, I feel like in Africa, there's a lot of resources, there's a lot of, yeah. So if Africa was to unite, I always say that the power in Africa, or like the Africa will never become anything unless people get united. But you know what? That will never happen. You know why? Because the leaders, the ruling powers, not even of the world, the ruling powers in Africa, the presidents in these specific countries would never allow that to happen. You know why? Because when they allow that to happen, then they lose their seats, okay? They lose the power that they have. So their money-making machine disappears. So that will never happen. That can never happen. Because how would we run that? Have one president in the whole continent, and then in individual countries we have governors and senators. How would we run that? Do you realize now that we would now be consolidating our resources all through the continent? I think that would be scandalous. It says that was a goal of Libya's dictator, Pan-Africanism. Okay, yeah, I have heard about Pan-Africanism several times. But you realize if that will ever happen, which I don't think it will happen during our lifetime, okay? If that will be the thing that will transform the world, okay? When that happens, although if that happens, then some of the places will become underdeveloped because the resources will not get. But something else that I think that Africans, or we as Africa, can do is we can also have one currency. Like the way Europe have one currency, we can have that. One currency. That would make us to be, we have a bargaining power, okay? Now look at what we are dealing with right now, okay? Kenya shillings, you're dealing with South African rand, we are dealing with, and all this type of money compare differently with the euro and the USD and the Canadian dollar. So that is also different. So I think Africa uniting can be a good thing, and also can also be a bad thing at the same time. Depends. But I don't think that will ever happen. And you know what? I don't know about let me look at about the Libya's dictator. Oh, Gaddafi. You're talking about Gaddafi. But Libya is okay. Actually, Libya is North Africa, so I don't know. Do they consider themselves okay? Not in a bad way, but do they consider themselves African? You know, North Africans usually say that they are Arabs. Mimofas says, moral of the story, do not embrace the idea of individual tribes in Africa having their own countries. We got better things to talk about. Next topic of discussion. Moral of the story is we can talk about anything. That's the moral of the story. See, when you guys ask questions, I have to give my point. Okay, you know, the idea of like somebody else having a different idea that you do should literally be embraced, because that's what makes this beautiful, because everybody has their own mindset and what they're thinking about. Okay, we still had another question. What's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? I don't live in Africa, so it's interesting to me. Okay, me too. Honestly, I live in Africa and it's interesting to me. I don't know. I have this thing. I have this. I have this interest. I have a lot of videos talking about things to do with Africa. Like I have this thing. It's only that right now I do not have the right tools where I can be able to shoot the content that I think about, show you guys, not even about shooting the content, or show you guys what I'm looking at, you know. But I have this interest with Africa. I could talk about Africa the whole day because I think when we talk about Africa, uh, it makes me see. For example, right now, like personally, I get to appreciate being black better than I ever did in my whole life. But I feel like this channel have enabled that in some sort of way because by doing research, I have done a lot of research so that I can do videos here and there. Even looking at why do African people bleach their skins or why do black people bleach their skins. Even looking at that, the facts is just, and let me tell you, it transforms your thinking. Africa is misunderstood to Americans. I know. Yeah. Okay. I don't. Okay. I think is because not in a bad way, but most Americans are ignorant to what Africa is or like what African people are or who African people are really. That's my thought. I think, and also I think most people want to ignore Africa so that Africa can stay ignored, if that makes sense. Meme of us, and that's why we love your stream to debunk delusions and speak truth. Yeah, and see the other thing is like I do give you guys a chance to say speak your mind. Okay, I think this will be way better if I can have you guys on the screen, which I'm literally working on. I will make sure that I'll literally have to try out this thing before the end of today. But yeah, okay, okay, guys. If you have maybe something to say about Africa, you can ask the question. But in the meantime, you can tell me what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with. Also, there's another question that I was asking myself: is there any African tribe that do not do dowry? Eve Star says, when I went to South Africa, a lot of Americans didn't even know that apartheid had existed. Okay, actually, most people do not know that South Africa went through whatever the country went through. You know. Yeah, but I feel like mostly it's just ignorance or not wanting to know. Specifically, not wanting to know. They were shocked when I came back, told them about that system. It was wild. Really? Wow. Okay. And even telling when you tell people that there's even discrimination even in Africa on the basis of skin color, and people feel like it's something that you're just pulling out of nowhere. Oh my God, you want to be a victim so bad. Wow. Uh-huh. Mimofa says, yes, there's an African tribe that doesn't pay dowry. The modern come we stay tribe. Okay, the come we stay, the modern day come we stay. If so says, perhaps I need an African wife someday. I'm not getting anywhere over here. Okay, I think that would be a nice, that I think that's a nice maybe adventure. I think most people are going down that path, but I feel like it's wrong when we have people who are specifically looking for African women so that they can look for humble women. They can look for women who are going to worship the ground that they walk on. I feel like that's where it gets wrong. But other than that, if you are just looking for a partner, maybe Africa is a good way to, or is a good place to look at. I'm not. I'm a bit old though, in my 50s. Not sure if finding a wife is there is possible at my age. I think you would, but you would find somebody who is young. If you were to look in African countries, I think you are more likely to find somebody young. Mimo says it's possible to find an African wife in your 50s, even in your 60s. Okay, as far as you're stable. I gotta tell you, as far as you're stable, because and I don't feel like people look for I don't feel like young people, or I don't want her too young. I don't want children. What if she's young and she does not want children? Okay. Oh, baby, you know what? You can get married and then you. I mean, I don't want her to bear children. Okay. You can find some. For example, like my partner does not want children, and I don't want children. So, okay, and I do not want to overshare about myself. Like, but I think you can find somebody who does not have a child. They don't have a child. What is that? They don't have a child. You don't have a child. So, and then you figure that out. You can do a vasectomy, and then you do a vasectomy, and she does not have children. And bruh, Truth says hello, Wamboi. Oh, good to see you. Oh my, it's been a minute before I saw you on the live stream. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I'm working now, but we'll say hello again soon. Enjoy your day. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Okay. And is it a problem? What if she already have her own children? Okay. For me, I think I have shared this before. Like, first of all, Mimo says, Wambo, Wambo, you said you don't want children. Nah, I give you 2 years and you'll be with twins. Back to the sender. You give me 2 years and I'll have twins. I will not. First of all, like, okay, let me not overshare, but I will not. You can jump up and down. You can pray. You can fast. I will not. Okay, and I said I'm allowed to change my mind, but 2 years, I think you're mistaken. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. Who knows if I have already done a hysterectomy, my good friend. Patricia Travers says, hi. Hi, good to see you. Eve says, my perception is that everyone in Africa wants to have a family. Family is a big deal there. Yeah, but yeah, it is a big deal here. But see, you have to look for somebody. You have to look for somebody who have the same mindset. You have to write that, or like to say that the first thing, okay? You have to say that. For example, I don't like to give so much about myself or stuff. But like, for example, like me, I just do not want children, okay? Maybe my reasons are not right. Maybe because I want to feel like I am a child right now as an adult, because I don't think that I was ever a child. So yeah, it's a big thing. But and also somebody can even tell you, oh, I don't want children, just to please you. And then at the end of the day, when you get in the relationship, especially if she will be like, okay, I have a family planning on, and then when you become intimate with her, she tells you, I am pregnant. Mimo first, just smile there. I said twins. No, I don't think so. Some of us, we have okay, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying some people have hysterectomies, so it's not a possibility, or maybe, you know. Yeah. Next, what was the next? What's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? Okay, I was gonna say dowry, but there's something that I researched here. In contrast to bridewell practices, some African communities, such as Moroccan ethnic groups, observe a marital custom often described as dowry, in which the bride receives gifts from her family to furnish and support her new household. So this is like the how Indian practice it. Like the woman's family bring gifts, or like they furnish the house that the woman is going to be staying with her husband. That's pretty much interesting, because it's usually the other way around. Habibi, come to Dubai. Okay, come to Dubai. Hmm. Yeah, the thing I feel like the thing with with Africans, or like with the African traditions, is like even right now when women are having choices, or like women are able to choose what do I want with my life, what do I want to do, is that we still want to say like, oh my God, as a woman you're not allowed to. Actually, out here, when you tell a guy that you don't want children, he might even tell you okay, okay, and then you go ahead and get married to them. And then when you get in the mind, the pressure starts. Oh my God, I want to give birth and name my mother. You know, Lynn says hi. Hi, Lynn. Oh, okay. You're still checking in with the live stream where I'm gonna have you guys on the screen. Have I missed the screen? No, you have not. No, you have not. I kind of need to wait until it like slows down, but I will do it in a minute. Um, but I have to figure out how will I share the link. Maybe I'll share it here on the chat, but we'll see. Mimo first, what if I paid you $100 million to carry my child? Scratch that. We go to the bank with you. You sign a contract to carry my child, and I transfer half. Would you do it? That would make me a surrogate, right? That is a surrogate, and that's surrogacy. That is surrogacy. What I'm saying is talking about having my own child. Like, no. Uh, yeah, and I think surrogacy is something that people do. Like, is a business actually. Raja Singh says the Son of God Jesus Christ is coming soon. You too, be ready. Okay, be ready. When do we go to the bank? Oh, you're asking the guy, when do you go to the bank? Before? Okay. No, because, okay, $100 million, that's literally impossible. Like, actually, that's, even people who do that, they do not get paid that much. But I'm gonna say, if that's the case, if you're paying, that's surrogacy. I urged my father to go home because I wanted to watch your live stream since my phone was at home. And yes, luckily, I didn't miss it. Oh, okay. And guys, when I end this, we are gonna have a session where like you guys can come on the screen. I'm gonna have to do that for you, Lynn. You really wanted this, so Mimo says, but you would still get pregnant. It will be your child, a child between you. So that wipes out your earlier decision to not want to have a child. No, that first of all, like, oh God. First of all, you're literally a random stranger. Something about your father in a house, and I write. Oh, I wrote. No, I was. Oh, you're asking Lean. She typed in Netherlands or that language in Dutch. And I thought, okay, for me, you know, I usually fascinate Lynn Hendricks when I read her comments. She types. I told her to be typing in Dutch because my laptop just translates for me. Uh, how many minutes is the script? I'm sorry, I am just exhausted. I will just play it by ear mostly. Okay. Oh, what would you guys prefer? What she's talking about is whereby I'll be streaming and I'll have you guys on the screen for a minute. So when this slows down, okay, maybe you can be the. We'll see. Let's play it by ear. Maxis and Nadi says, "Hey, mom. So this morning I almost met my ancestors." Tell me about it. What happened? Sadara Khan, to my good friend all the way from, did you say Eastern Europe? How are you doing? It's been a minute before I saw you here. Uh, how are you doing? I think the best part of the day is I think night. Is you think night? You think night? I don't know what that means. Me more fastest, but you said you wouldn't want to have a child. Mine was just an example. Even if I am just a stranger with $100 million, you are carrying my child. No, I am not. No, I am not. And if that was the case, you have to provide your own egg. Like you have to provide your own egg in whatever. It would be a whole situation like IVF or IUI, and yeah, there would be no. I'm not bringing my own child. No, Maxim Nadi says so. um, so I was about to zip my trousers. Oh God. No. Okay, I am sorry for that experience. Backbencher says, Wamboy, yes, me. Sada says, I'm doing neutral. Okay, not so good, not so bad. Didn't have a very good time recently, but anyway, not every time it can go right. Yeah, sometimes you just neutral. Okay, yeah. So yeah, as far as you guys are holding up, right? There is a question on the screen. What's the hardest? Okay, what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? What's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? Oh, Maxim Nandi, I didn't think you almost meeting your ancestor have to do with that, but okay. Okay, I'm also talking about. So personally, I was saying bride price is one of the weirdest traditions. Uh, hmm. Wow, did you guys know that there's people or communities that pay groom price? Payment made by the wife's family. The marriage payment does not go to the bride, but instead goes to the groom and his king. Lord. It's not a family tradition, it's like a thing in my culture that I find kind of odd. Okay, tell me about it. Lynn, what do you mean? What are you? Um, I think the best part of the day is I think like, oh, you think about the night. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, you have to be a little bit patient because I want to like I will end this live stream and then I will start the other live stream. So, but I have to kind of like exhaust the time on this one. I know, I know. You know, you want to go to sleep. Um, what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with? I would like to hear from different cultures. Lynn, what's one of the weirdest family traditions you grew up with? Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, okay, okay. I wish YouTube had that feature. I think they do, but you can't host as many people. I wish YouTube had that feature where, like, without using a third party app, you can have people on the screen, but you're gonna make that happen. Best part of my day, 5, 8, 9, 10 p.m. Ooh. Okay, why that specific? Sada says when meeting relatives, usually they greet with a kiss, usually in the cheek, sometimes in the lips, but it's not sensual. It's just a way to show respect that includes kissing men. You know what? But you know what? I admire that. I know it's like something. Is something common in Europe, like whereby even in the Spanish tradition, where like you greet people like mwah mwah. Oh God, like yeah, especially okay. And I know it's a way of like showing what is it called, affection, or you love them, like mwah, mwah. You would never do that. Let me tell you, I think I have never hugged my dad, to be really honest. Do you guys hug okay, do women in your culture hug their okay, I think one of the weirdest family tradition is like you cannot hug your father in my tradition. Like okay, some people do it, but it's just weird. Like you're just encouraged not to. You're encouraged not to hug your father. I think the only time I have ever hugged him is once in high school. He came for I think visiting, and it was a side hug. You cannot embrace your father as a girl out here. Doesn't matter if you're excited. Doesn't matter. You cannot hug them. Yeah. Mimo says, nah, what about? Oh, okay. Okay, but nothing homosexual about it. Baby Panda says, morning. Hey, Baby Panda, good to see you. I think you're watching me all the way from Italy. Let me know what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with. Lynn Hendrick says, I think the weirdest one is when it's your 4th birthday and the little kids get a present too. I don't know any others. Oh, it's your birthday, but other people also get the gifts. Wow, I think that's a cute one. It's like a little bit annoying but thoughtful. Yeah, wow, you get. Mimo says, nah, what about Africa? Would you embrace that idea of kissing as greetings in Africa? Oh Lord, let me tell you, you can go to hug your dad like you're excited. They would just throw you off of them. Like it's not a thing, especially in my family. We do not do that. Like you cannot hug your father. Unfortunately, that's something that I admire about the Western culture. How people are affectionate. How people are affectionate with their parents. You know, you cannot do stuff like that. Like even I think even okay, hugging your brother, it just depends. But how we were brought up for us in our family, we do not give hugs. The only person that I hug in my family is my mom. Here in Africa, if you do in front of mom by kissing bro in Italy, she's going valid. Okay, my friend. And oh, you do the whole thing like you know these videos that I've been seeing like grown women or like grown girls. They're coming home and then their father is just sitting. You just come and sit on him like that. No, unallowed. But I can see why. It's a way to make sure that there's no any type of weirdness or like any type of inappropriateness between the men and the children. But it does not make it any easy. Lynn says, yeah, haha. Okay. Sarah says, I don't really hug my parents. I hug my mom and my dad, but it's rare. Although it shouldn't be rare. It's parents and it's natural to hug and show affection. No more what I mean. Okay. Okay, you know, I think it's normal to show your parents affection and stuff like, but I think this whole weirdness that have been made out here, like, for example, what you say that you hug your mom, Okay, I think boys hug their mom even out here is not considered as weird as the girl hugging the dad, the father, you know? Yeah. You are such a glitch to me. Oh, I'm glitching. Am I? You know, I'm translating from now your language to English and then one boy, I have a question. Ask. Sada says, even when sometimes we have conflicts, I mean, we may argue and get upset, but over time it passes and we hug. Wow. We do not do that here. Yeah. We do not do that. Like, you can only fist fight. Yeah, you know, I think if there's something that I would borrow from other cultures and maybe bring it into my culture, is the whole like being affectionate with the parents. Another thing is like public display of affection. It's almost illegal out here. You can't do that type of stuff out here. Like the see you're walking around with your partner. Okay, you can do it. It's not illegal. You can show affection to your partner, but people like it will be weird because you'll be the only one that's doing that. So out here, even when it comes to relationships, you have to act like you're not with your partner or like, hi, good to see you. That is the type of stuff that is allowed. Okay, yeah. So is I think we would literally use some more affection out here. And I think that's why most of us are interested in the Western culture. And I feel like that's why women go for the Western, because in the Western culture, or like how I see the Western men, it's like they are not trying to hide you. It's like, okay, they want to touch you, they are touching you. You know, if it's a kiss, you can be kissed in public. Out here, no, you have to wait until you're behind closed doors. Um, Sada says, I mean, it's family. It should be natural. Yes, parents are authority and we must listen to them, but it's family. Family is the closest kind of relationship it can get. It can't get any closer with any other human. Okay. But see, the thing is, I think you don't understand the thing. It's like, it's made weird for, um, for sexual reasons. It's made weird. Like, so the whole thing of like daughters not being able to embrace their fathers is just so that like you know the more you keep doing that type of stuff, the society have this fear that like the man might want to do something to the daughter. Okay, so to avoid that, it just becomes no, it becomes no. The more your daughter grows up to become a woman or a young teenage girl, you just stop those type of stuff. You stop embracing, lifting them up. You just stop. But I think it's weird. I would not, if I was ever to have children, I would not want that for my children. Like they can't be affectionate with their father. Like what? Okay, one boy. Is the weirdest family tradition you grew up in? Is tell it to Oh, is tell it too. You want me to tell my weirdest family tradition? I think I am telling. Oh, what do you mean? Is that the question? Yeah, you know, I'm trying to also maneuver with this Dutch thing. Uh, my weirdest family tradition. I think weirdest family tradition for me, there's a lot of them. We do not embrace no public display of affection. Dowry, just thinking about that, like you're being brought up as a young girl so that you can be sold later on, or like, okay, not sold, but the whole dowry thing. And it's supposed to be a cute thing. It's supposed to make you feel happy as a girl, but it does not make me feel excited about anything. If anything, it makes me sad that we are willing to do that type of stuff. Okay, and I know it's tradition, but it does not make it less annoying. So yeah. Woo! And I hope I'm not glitching. Hello from Detroit, Michigan. Denzel Ali 55, all the way from Michigan. How are you doing? Good to see you. What do you what do you want to call your child? Oh, the name? I don't want a child. Ooh, I do not want a child, so I don't have names. But I think there's a time that I was watching this show and I really liked this character. Her name was. Oh, and if I was to have children, I would only want to have girls. But maybe most probably I would end up having boys. But you know why? I think because I grew up with boys. I just feel like I am more interested in girls. Like, no. uh, oh, you grew up in Michigan. Okay, Michigan. Everybody from Michigan, lift your hands up. Okay, it's evening. What's the time in Michigan? I think you're the first. Okay, honestly, you're the first person to come here on the channel. Somebody who lives in Michigan. Okay, Sada says, well, in public, well, it's everyone's choice. It's worse if you show affection to family but not in private, and you argue all the time with them. But in public, you're all nice to family. That one is worse. Okay. No, here in Africa, it's just like you cannot show affection in the public. Period. Okay. Right now, with the current Generation Z, we are mostly copying the Western culture, but yeah, we are mostly copying the Western culture, but for us it's like you know, I thought that there's a time we were in Nairobi and he's trying to like grab my hand and walk around with me, and I'm just walking around feeling ashamed. I'm like, God, no, what are people thinking about me? People are thinking that I'm a slut. ah Mimo says, I am a snake. Sometimes I am a snake. I wish for everyone you are told. I care for every flower. I also remember that there are thorns. I'm not afraid of everything without me. I am not afraid of everything without me. The back is a curse but a blessing. Okay. The best part of Detroit is Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Oh, it's almost in the same area, really? How old were you when you started YouTube? I think I was 20, maybe 23. Okay, I would have wanted to start posting in 2024 when I was still in campus, but I think I didn't. So most probably 23, because now I am 24. Sada says, I have a cousin. His dad shouted at him many times growing up, and I had many times calling him such mean names, so bad that it felt as if it wasn't his son and some stranger. Okay, so see, that's how it feels like most of the time out here. Like, there's not that type of affection with parents. We do not do that. We just do not show that type of affection. Yeah, we do not show that type of affection. So I think that's the only thing. Okay, if I was if you were to ask me what do I admire about the Western culture, I like the how people wear their emotions on their sleeves. If you like someone, you show them, like, and all of that. And it's not weird to show somebody that you love them. It's not weird to be affectionate. Yeah, so I think that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And I was gonna talk about, like, see, the whole thing about opening doors. Opening doors, especially you're opening doors for your lady, you're opening doors. Such stuff. Okay, we are literally learning. Most men, especially the ones who are doing good financially, are embracing that. But the regular people, like, what do you mean I am opening doors for you? Like, don't you have hands? In 3 minutes is 11 in my land. I know. Okay, and if you're gonna be late for something, you can go to sleep and then maybe we can do that tomorrow. But still, I'm still gonna try that out. It's just because I think the conversation is too interesting for me to stop right now. Can we see your man? No, he does not want to be seen. He's not into this type of stuff anyway. Keep telling me what's the weirdest family tradition you grew up with. Also, for those of you who are joining in for the first time, my good name is Wambui. The spelling is the spelling of the name of the channel. That's my real name. That's my middle name. So, you sent, okay, I think maybe they are, oh, he's not into social media. Oh, maybe he is, like, but he just does not like putting himself out there like that. Can I ask you a question? Yes, you can. Well, ask me the question. I really like my hair. I think it's beautiful. Okay, I'm waiting for, I think Sada, you're typing something, and I think Lynn, you want to ask me a question. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for. Sada says he didn't even like him hanging out with white kids. Oh, is he African? And he insulted him for that. Like, bruh, his dad being racist as well. Wow. Was he African? How do you, the screamer? I don't really understand how it's gonna be. Like, no, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start streaming, and then it's going to send a notification here on YouTube, like the usual thing. You'll be notified that I'm live, and then of course you're gonna click on the live, and then what's gonna happen is, and then I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share the link to for you to join, and then you're just gonna click into the link, and then you're going to join, and you're gonna be on the screen. Most probably, I am hoping that's how it will work out. But also, I'm also new to that app, so we'll see how that works out. But it shouldn't be difficult. We will still be here on YouTube, but I will be personally be using another app. Okay. Was he African, Sadar? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because for some reason, I don't know about black people elsewhere, but I think black people in Africa need to learn how to be, we need to learn how to be soft. Okay, not soft, like how to be kind and gentle with our family members. No, we are brown. We are like a minority, and his dad is, well, more with people of our own culture, and well, I guess kind of racist as well. Okay. Oh, wow. I think that's sad. Lynn says, so you gonna see your text, but we gonna already see it. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna see. Yeah, you're gonna see. The live stream will still be the same. I think it's supposed to still be the same. That's why I think waiting until later on to try it will also be a good idea, so that I'm not inconveniencing people who want to just see me in this perfect. NGL Army says, "Hey, beautiful. Do you like Ariana Grande and her songs? I like her, but I don't know her songs, or like, yeah." Yeah, but I think I do. I don't know if I do like her or not. Okay. Wow. So when it comes to like family traditions, I think there's so many things. You cannot like everything about your culture. There are some things that like maybe piss you off or stuff. But I think that's the good thing about interacting. But see, like what I like about my live stream, to be really honest, is because, for example, like in here, I think we have like 20 countries in here so far. I've counted like 20. So with that, when we have a conversation, it's like we are literally debunking a lot of, the screen is about to go dark because I'm about to switch this up so I can do this. Some relatives of mine even told me as a kid to never marry a white woman, but I don't really want to get married. Like, it doesn't matter white, black, or brown. Sincere love has no nation. Okay, yeah. Why? Like, okay, I feel like at some point they are stereotypes, but I think the beautiful thing about about being able to make your own decisions is because even as Africans, okay, it's not like we're not being told things. Like, you're told, oh my god, do not do this. Like, oh my god, um, a lot of things. But I think you gotta make. I feel like we want to sit here and make a lot of rules when it comes to, like, oh, this is how scenarios should look like. But the truth is, when it comes to, like, falling in love, do you sit down and write a manual? This is how I'm going to fall in love. You cannot do that type of stuff. You just find yourself. So people who are sitting here and giving children like rules and stuff, I feel like that's just silly. If Stuart says, do you have a driver's license in Kenya? Do you drive? I have a driver's license. I can drive, but I don't have a car. And driving out here is pretty much rough. Okay, I don't feel like I'm ready. Even if I was to have a car, like, I don't think like I'm ready. Yeah. My American fiance, there's a time he came and we were in Nairobi and we rented a car. And then we were driving in Nairobi, around Nairobi. And of course, he's used to driving on the right side. Here in Kenya, we drive on the left side. So that did not go well. We ended up in an accident and we wrecked that car really bad. Really bad. I don't know if Americans can be able to drive in Kenya. Unless you're used to driving on the left side, you will forget. And then, so we were in a situation, instead of like pulling over on the left side, he pulled over on the right side. So yeah, I don't think you can be able to drive in Kenya or whatever. So that says, I mean, yes, interracial marriage can also bring certain differences. Certain additional challenges like cultural differences, but with someone of same culture or different, family struggles are the same. Yeah, okay, you might struggle to understand, oh, why is this person thinking like this, why is this person thinking like that, why do you behave like this. You might not have answers to that. Why are you behaving like this? Why why are you doing, you might not have those answers, but the truth is, I think the problems will be the same. Yeah. So in interracial relationships, you will have the usual marriage issues, and then in addition to the rest. But if you respect each other's differences, I don't think it will be a problem. Or you lean more into the person with, you lean more into the one with culture and the one with, I don't know. What about a motorcycle? I don't know how to drive, how to do a motorcycle. No, I just know how to drive an automatic car. Yeah. And we don't need to go further. For example, I saw in the West, Europe, in Germany, for example, Germans I saw in the West, Europe, in Germany, for example, Germans, when having guests, they don't make food. They have a tea or coffee and some snacks. Wow. Nah, when you have guests, you cook a full course meal. You should have tea and then you should have a full course meal. Like, that's what we do out here. Like, yeah, when you Yeah, I think that can be a culture shock. I think another thing where somebody in the West versus somebody in Africa, something that people maybe you would butt heads, especially if you get married, is when it comes to like being being very much involved in other people's culture, or like, for example, here in Africa, like I know the aunt of my aunt and uncle to my uncle, so which means I have this huge group of people that know me and they want to be associated with me. So maybe there might be a lot of people visiting in and out the house, and maybe in the Western culture you're pretty much used to be an individual. Can you get a pilot's license in Kenya to fly airplanes? Yeah, but you have to qualify. Of course, you have to have the grades that qualify you to be a pilot. Another thing is like they charge huge amount of money for you to learn how to be a pilot. So that is in Balkan, Eastern European countries. When we have guests, we bring all the kitchen. We make much food. It's like a wedding, not being at guest. Okay. Wow. In how many minutes? Let's say in 20. Okay, so in 20 minutes I'm going to start another live stream. So what will happen is like okay, I am not pretty much aware with that app. That's why I didn't want to risk. I wanted to still do this live stream in case it flops, because also this will be the first time, like so. And then what will happen is, if you have something to say, you can just join on the screen and have something to say, or like, yeah. So so in maybe in 20 minutes. Why is everyone talking about Kenya? What is that? Kenya is my country, where I am from. Oh, you've been following me for a long time. You don't know where I am from. Kenya is a country in Africa. I am Kenyan. Do you know Africa? Kenya is a country with in Africa with black people. Wow, I can't imagine someone does not know what Kenya is. Wow. But now I know. Uh-huh. Yeah, that can be such a culture shock. The whole food thing. And there's a lot of other culture shocks when it comes to naming children. When you're in a interracial relationship, or even intercultural, or like, yeah, intercultural relation. For example, in my tribe, how we name children. For example, personally, I am named I am named after my dad's mother. If I was to have a sister, she would be my mom's mother. Okay, so how we name is like the first. I thought you thought I'm from Canada. Okay, wow. No, Kenya. How we name children, like for example, naming children, how we name children. When you have a first, so you're married, let's assume you're married, you have a firstborn son, and then you name the firstborn son the father of the dad. Okay, so the father, and then the second-born son is the father of the woman. You understand? Firstborn daughter is the mother of the dad. Like for example, for me, my name is mother of my dad. If I was to have a sister, mother of my, you understand? So, and I know, for example, in the US, they don't name like that. It's like you have a junior. When we have a son, it's a junior, like mostly. If it's like one boy junior, but it mostly applies to men. So even with the naming, the fact that sometimes, like in the Western world, you just pull a name out of nowhere. So we don't do that in my community. So that is, maybe we don't need to bring much food for guests, because I mean, we came to others to talk and have a fun time, not eat only. But I don't know, I'm used to having a lot of food when guests come. And also it just feels weird for you to sit down and like, okay, welcome guest, good to see you. It just feels weird. Hilzy Edit says, wow, hola, soy de Turkey. You're from Turkey? Turkey in the building. How are you doing? Lynn says sorry. No, I'm not offended in the least bit. Not offended. Okay, honestly, I think okay, so it's Kenya. Kenya is a country in Africa. So I am not offended. Why would I be offended for you not knowing how to say a country? Okay, no, Kenya, Kenya. So I think they should pay me to be a tourist advisor, or no, not advisor, an advertiser for our country. Are you gonna do this? You mean? I think no. It's midnight here. We are 1 hour ahead of Netherlands. It's 12:14 a.m. 12:14 a.m. What's 12? So I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to do it in at 12:30. Okay. Sada says also drinking. Yeah. Also drinking here, when someone offers a drink like alcohol, they get upset if you refuse. But I personally don't care. I don't drink alcohol and I'm okay with a little wine only. But I drink water. Okay? So they get upset. Wow, are you not allowed to say no? That's weird. Creepy, creepy. If you're not allowed, you're not allowed to say no. Ooh. Yeah. Let me see something else that's upsetting here. Huh. Like when it comes to also, I think something else that's weird. For example, okay, do I want to talk about? But I was just gonna say when it comes to like people who they wish after death is to get cremated. That also gets weird because people out here are not used to that. So when you say stuff like that, people are like, oh no. Best. One boy. Yes, me. One boy. Especially when I do the live stream where you guys are gonna be there, I want you guys to say my name and I want to see who does it the best way. There's a lot of okay, let me know one of the something that is African tradition or whatever tradition. It could be Western or African or whatever that you feel like you could never fit into it. Okay, for example, I did talk about the recently I saw a video of somebody saying Masai from Kenya, like you can literally go to a brother's house, not a brother or like somebody in the village. You just go, you put a spear outside the door as a guy, and then you just get inside and you get intimate with his wife, and there's no problem with that. Is literally allowed. Sarah says some even when offer a drink and refuse, they ask, you don't respect me. I mean, bruh, I respect you by coming to you. It's who don't respect me. Yeah, you don't not respect my refusal. DK Ogi says marrying your dead relation's wife. Oh yeah, there's also that. We don't do that in my tribe. Like you cannot sleep with your dead brother's wife. Okay, and I'm not judging, but like the communities that does that, like when a brother dies, the other brother is entitled to take care of the wife sexually. Excuse me, and the wife does not have an option. She just have to comply. Who does that? And honestly, I think for me, the reason why I wouldn't survive in these cultures is because I just feel like that's just objectifying the wives. Can you imagine somebody you didn't get married to just because they are a brother of your husband? They want to hop on you now. Ah, no. Okay, Lynn says, let's play a game. Like, guess the number. 6. 6. Eustace says, what's wrong with that? You coming outside and putting an arrow out there and you put an arrow out there and now you're sleeping with this guy's wife. No, that's wrong. Men like variety. So that's about men. But how about the woman that you're objectifying? Is like an object that you're selling to each other, or you're exchanging, or like, oh, dude, yes, I'm gonna go to your wife, you can go to mine. Sounds like a good way to live. No, I don't think so. Okay, why do you think it's a good way to live? Karuhanga Collins says hi. Lynn Hendricks, do you? Oh, do I please clarify what you're talking about. Just a quick nap. Okay, I think you look at it like that when you're looking at it from a man's perspective. Would you want no, I just feel like he's wrong. I think maybe polygamy is better than that type of nonsense. A man comes from nowhere and just comes inside the house and wants to take you, and it's allowed because it's a community thing. What if now that you get pregnant and now you don't know who this guy is? Ugh, sickness, Lord. Ah, this is nonsense. And then you say so. Ah, I said, Lynn, I said, guess a number. I said 6. You know, if you do that, I think that's weird. Honestly. Okay, but I shouldn't be saying that because it also happens in my country, whereby, like, if a husband passes away, there are communities who do that. But I honestly, personally, I would be offended. Like, no, no, thank you. I got to choose. Okay, if I am interested in his brother, then that's another thing. But no. Okay, the whole other thing of somebody coming from nowhere and just comes inside the house and like puts an arrow out. Okay, and of course it's a culture, so you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. Okay. Another family tradition, marrying your dead relative's wife. Yeah, I feel like your dead relative's wife should be out of bound. Like, you never do anything with them. Let them go and find somebody else that's not related to you. Yeah. So I don't know if it's really a cultural thing, but it's in lots of cultures there can be odd things that feel wrong, and I think it's fair to question it or not like it. Yeah, but we are literally not allowed to. We are just told, you know what, it's culture, you have to follow it. Okay, it's culture, you have to follow it. No, some things really do not make sense. Another one that I see out here, but I don't know, you know, I'm just saying, it's like before the corpse get buried, they bring the body inside the house, and if it's, let's say it's you are the guy and then your wife has passed away, they bring the body inside the house for the last time, like so that the wife can sleep in the house for the last time, or so that the husband can sleep in his house for the last time. And you put him on the bed, you put him everywhere. Like, that's literally a tradition that is practiced out here, but my community, my tribe do not do that. So that's what I'm saying, we are literally the same people but different tradition. As an unmarried man, I think it's fair that I might borrow another man's for a while. Oh, okay, I can see why you're thinking like that, because you're thinking in a man's perspective, or like you're looking it from a man's view, or like yeah, you want to, even if you are unmarried, you want to experience that, or you want to have sex, so it works out. But when you're the married guy and then somebody is like taking your wife like that, I don't think it works out. DK Ugi says the brother is not coming from nowhere, he's your brother-in-law. he's your brother-in-law. He's your brother-in-law, but that doesn't mean that I want to sleep with him. God. Yes, he's your brother-in-law, but unless you're interested in him like that, why is it like, oh, now it's compulsory, your husband has passed away, now this guy have to take you? What if I don't want to be taken? Eve says he could probably use a break anyway. He wants to be helped to handle his property. So that's it. Many take culture like it's religion, but culture is a human view on something. Not everything is in a culture is good. If one particular thing is wrong or disrespectful, then it's okay to reject that part. You know what? I was telling my mother about some things that I don't like about our culture, and then she's like, you do not get to question. You do not get to question the culture. You do not get to do that. But I'm like, that's exactly what you're allowed to do. You get to question the culture as many times as you want to. Okay? That's exactly what you want to do. Question the culture. You get to choose what you want to follow or what you want to keep or pass down to the next generation. Yeah, I feel like this mostly works out for the single ones, those with no partners. It's like at least you get to borrow, but the whole thing of like, if your brother passes away, that you have to take the wife is really like no. Yeah, even if I was the wife of the living brother and now he has to take care of that, like he has to make sure that he's well taken off care of sexually, like I just no, for me no. Okay, Lean, enjoy the show. Stop counting. Okay, but if you're wondering, guys, I think after this we're going to do a whole thing of like me trying to stream with another app and see if I can have you guys on the screen. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, DK Ugi, what do you like mostly? Do your culture? Do you guys do that in your culture where a brother inherits their wife, the wife of their dead brother? And how do you find that? Like, isn't that disrespectful or like annoying? Especially if you have to. What if, okay, your brother passes away, now you have to take his wife, but you don't want her, or you don't want to see her like that. You don't want to do anything with her. What if she's not your type? What if she's not your type? What do you do with that? She's just not your type, which is not. Why did you not read my comment? I read. You said like 6 minutes. Yay, 5 minutes. I said, let's enjoy the show without counting down. But yes, I read it. Yeah, you decided to type in capital letters. Okay. Oh my God. I hope 4 minutes or more. Okay. And for those of you who are just joining in for the first time, my good name is Wamboi. So that says one relative, when I was a kid, asked me if I'm gonna marry. I said no. Wow. And he really asked me, who's gonna wash your socks then? I said, well, I can do it myself. Maybe he was joking, but still weird. I think he was serious. Okay, most men get married for the house chores, for all that type of stuff. Yeah. Okay, are you interested in like maybe joining what is it called? What do you call those people who join the Catholic Church to serve the Lord, to become father, to become, do you want to do that type of stuff? You know, when you tell people that you don't want children and you're not a sister or a father or a nun, they're like, why? DK, no about that. DK says, yes, in my country, Nigeria is done, but personally, it's disgusting. Okay, it's like sometimes your just because somebody is your brother or your sister does not mean that their partner is attractive to you. It does not mean that their partner is attractive to you even in the least bit. Like, could be the most disgusting. But oh yeah, for me, I think even to me it's disgusting. Yeah, I think there are tribes in Kenya that do it, but I don't know of somebody in real life that does it. So it's like saying I'm marrying so my wife becomes like a second mom taking care of me, but I won't care about her, which is, well, not good. Okay. DK, 2 minutes, Lynn, 3 minutes of what? Okay. What she really wants to come on the screen. She wants me to see her on the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this live stream and start streaming with Streamlab. It mostly should allow us to to have people on the screen. So I don't know how that will go. That's why it was important for me to stream this way. Um, then she is gonna do a new live stream. We all have been here 1 hour though. Okay. Okay. So let's try and do that. Let's try and do that. I don't know. I have never streamed using that app, but we'll see. Most probably we'll see. We will see you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in on this one. But don't go away. Just wait a little bit. And maybe you guys can say hi and stuff. We will have like a shout out and stuff. But I'm not giving you guys hope because I don't know if it will work out. But okay, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let me end this live stream and start streaming again. Okay, understood. Okay, so see you guys shortly. Okay. I have to read this comment. But if I try to tell my relatives the Bible says husbands should love their wives, by helping them they would disagree with me. I guess I'll say, how could I how could I do this? Maybe, you know. Okay, let me join in and then maybe we can even continue on with the discussion. Okay, Lynn, I'm about to come back.